Hi and welcome to Done Did It podcast. I'm Pacman.
I'm Welsh.
This is Jew.
And I'm James. Very happy that Pacman did a normal one this week.
What was that?
That wasn't even funny.
I wanted to ruin it for James because I can't let you have a normal intro.
You succeeded.
Good. I'm glad I ruined it. Well, I actually have a story about the podcast from one of our favourite individuals.
Or nyalalo.
As I'd like to refer to it as.
Affectionately referred to it.
I was on Facebook and Welsh put up a post about editing and how he'd finally got the podcast done, and James was thanking him. And then raised the point about the podcast. He said, you didn't bleep out
Thurlow's name.
Yeah, okay.
We're happy to say
Thurlow.
doesn't give a
You
shit.
didn't bleep out Thurlow's name, and you said that Murray didn't have a nickname. I didn't have a fake name from the start. So that was the point that he raised, and I immediately responded to this and went, please, I am the Murray. And his sole response to me was, okay, I'll return to my box.
It's like over the years of abuse we've given to him, he's evolved into this being that just takes it so well he knows when to retreat. There's no fights. He's evolved past the fight because he knows if he fights it gets worse.
But it almost seems like he's created this area that is like a punishment area for him. Like as soon as he does something bad and he's caught out on it, he knows he must punish himself.
But it's almost a safety punishment. We should ruin this for him by going to his box and tearing it up.
But what amazes me is he didn't go to school with Murray. This is
I know.
a random guy that's met him a couple of times. It's just like he's taken the abuse and he's like, okay,
he's accepted
I'll deal with it.
I was like, look, I am the Murray. He's like, oh man, I'm so sorry. Look at what I've done. I'm just gonna go into the corner. Don't touch me.
Okay, speaking of people being dicks, this one involves me and Welsh being arseholes to James in a segment we like to call Past Us for Dicks. So, James plays Xbox occasionally with us, and we were at Welsh's house and we thought, we've got to get his profile and put it on our Xbox. And I was like, yeah, no problem. He left it on my Xbox for a couple of weeks, so I kept seeing his name. I won't say it so people can't steal it or send invites and shit to him. So I was just there one night gaming really late with Welsh, and we were like, oh my god, I've still got James's profile on my Xbox. And I was like, what can I do with it that would fucking annoy him? So I was just scrolling through, finding all the settings I could change and whatnot, and then I discovered I could change his name.
Let me just interfere. We had, what can we do? Oh my god! I can change his name! Just really loud over the headset.
That was the response. But I was like, oh, okay, I've got to do this. Alright, how do I give him points without leaving my credit card details on his profile? And I figured out you could add the credit card and delete it straight away. So I added it, bought him points, deleted it, and changed his name. The question was, what to? So I started scrolling the internet. I was like, come on, what are nicknames that people love giving other people? And then I was like, that's it. What are nicknames that people give fat kids? And I was scrolling through Yahoo Answers forums and reading them out to Welsh. And he was like, no, that's crap. That's crap. And we came across one. Chunkadong! Perfect. Welsh loved it. He started laughing and kissing himself. So I entered that. It was taken. So I was shattered. And I was like, oh man. So I tried doing capitals and all this stuff. And Welsh was like, put in a number that refers to his weight. And I laughed. And said, okay, Chunkadunk 140.
Right, well,
I'm sorry, I should be laughing.
This is the first time I've heard the reasoning behind the number for this. And all I have to say is horrible, horrible things are going to happen. Like terrible things. Don't get pets. I warn you now, when you three live together, do not buy any pets, because they will turn up missing.
When Jim says something horrible is going to happen to you, I just imagine him sitting on me. And I'm like, don't, Chunkadunk 140, don't sit on me!
The best part for me was that we were deliberating for about half an hour whether to just use his own credit card details that were in there to pay for the name change.
That's it. I did feel pretty bad because at that time he didn't have a job, so I was like, I'm not going to take, the $16 to add points. I was considering
We were tempted. We were so tempted.
But then I didn't want to be that bad, so I left it and used my own.
That was the best.
How nice of you.
I thought so.
That's so fucking thoughtful.
You should thank me, by the
This
way.
is what a good friend looks like.
There was a time period then where we were desperate for James to play games with us just to catch his reaction to getting this
It
name.
took a month.
It took a month,
long time.
and me and Jew were just pissing ourselves laughing. James, you should sign in to Xbox Live, bro. Bring up your profile. Laughing, like, oh, what'd you guys do? What'd you guys do? And he's scrolling through looking for James, but Chunkadunk was there. And if he clicked, he's like, oh, fuck you. It wasn't that good, but
It was a big letdown when it finally happened because he took so long, but
way
it was
too
just hilarious for me and Welsh. And now that
It
he
was
knows
so
the numbers, he actually feels a little...
Oh,
That actually has, like, it wasn't as bad until then. That was worse.
We were overshooting. I'm not thinking that you're actually...
I realised
I was
this.
just like, oh my god, how could I be a bigger dick than Chunky
Yeah.
Dunk already is?
and we apologise in hindsight.
I
You
didn't.
don't.
We did
No.
try to make him
don't.
pay for it because he changed his name back to what it originally was. But I was
Yeah.
like, no, it's your fault.
I
You
had to
changed
pay
it
for
back.
the name change back.
Yeah, but that's what
It
I'm
was
saying.
that was my choice. I was left with either fork out $16 or leave it as Chunk
I would
of
have
140.
stayed Chunky
You
Dunk.
should have
Fuck
owned
that.
it.
Fuck
I
it.
would
would not have just
owned
left it as that.
I would have signed in and been like, what's up guys, Chunky Dunk!
Because we
And
do
then
that
they
to you
would've
anyway
seen
now.
it.
Yeah,
Look at
but,
Jew. He accepted Jew. And he doesn't care.
yeah, but that has nothing to do with him. He is literally nothing like a Jew, like at all.
Are you saying you're like a Chunky Dunk?
I am overweight, so yes.
He's saying he's 140. That's the problem. That's why he's getting upset. Oh, shit. But you did lose 10 kilos, so that's
That's
130.
130.
I'll give you
Does
that.
that
I
mean,
will pay for the name change to go
does
down
that
to
mean,
130.
does that mean that he has to change his name like
Every week, that's what I'm saying.
Chunky Dunk 138?
I'm like, yeah.
I really wish you had to stay with that now. I'm
Nah.
kind of upset. I'm angry at you. Don't get me.
Fuck you. Just a note for all the listeners: if you tune into any of our Let's Plays,
Shit.
Jude does have a special treat that anytime Jeeves does sign on, he still has the original name Chunkadunk on his Xbox. He's gonna screenshot that shit, so anytime it's meant to say James, it will still say Chunkadunk 140,
That's right.
as it should.
Can
Just
you-
because it's a good name.
Can you intro yourself in the next episode as Chunky Dunk?
I'm just gonna call it out
Dude,
after you say
I
James
will
anyway.
Jew and Chunky Dunk?
Oh man. That
was
was
good.
that brought out the mood so well for the three of us. And then
Yeah,
James
except for James.
Yeah.
We have just like absolutely destroyed.
The best part is he has the most stories, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
we should probably just sail on then.
yeah, this is good now, right? Because we're gonna jump straight into one of Jamesy's wicked wins.
Don't touch me.
Let's hear it. What did you win at?
It was just a super simple, basic thing. We were at a family do the other night, and I didn't even think. Some people were doing something, and they were trying to decide, and I just went, "Oh, decisions." And then this little voice from next to me, I hear Alex, my girlfriend, chime in, "But I want it all."
Oh yes!
Awesome.
That is
We
a
have
win.
all
That's a
influenced
keeper.
her that much.
That is a win.
Everything
That
you
is
heard,
great.
everything you heard about Alex in the last episode, just scrap it. We'll start fresh from here.
It's insane how infectious that song is, though. I was telling you all about how I sing just the word "bitches love cake" at the chorus of that song at work. Every Monday, a girl comes into work and works right next to me, and all I do is say that. She's just sing that fucking song again, and she knows straight away.
I've got my sister singing it now. I'll be like, decisions, and they're like, well, I want it all, so I get it all.
See, I had to take it
So
off my phone just because when I get in the car and play it, that's all I'd sing for the rest of the day. Like, decisions. And that's
I'm
it.
going
Just
to
keep
text
going,
you
man.
every
Oh,
single
God.
day from now on the
Please
first
don't.
lyrics of
Yeah.
that song.
Just remind him that the first fact of the universe is that bitches love cake.
I just do
Every
love
day.
cake.
I'm starting to get the same way though with Nympho
Oh,
I
Nympho's
do
good
love
too.
Nympho.
and Love. Those two.
Glory hole is it?
Glory
Yeah.
Hole's awesome.
I love that.
I
Pretty
think
much
Anytime-
everything.
Anytime I
Yeah.
see an ugly chick, it's like glory hole.
Ice
On the
cream's
wall.
probably one of my favourites of his. I fucking love ice cream.
On the topic of wicked
pretty
wins,
good.
I actually had a workplace win, which was our original idea that Murray fucked in the ass straight away.
LOL.
But
Like everything he touches.
Whoa!
Whoa,
okay,
he's touched
James, are you
YouTubes.
saying that
yeah,
we've had it
Yeah,
and he has a dog.
I had to have so many.
Whoa! You said did it. That's where it came from.
I had to have so many laxatives. It was ridiculous.
On the topic of workplace wins or wicked wins, I at the place that I work, which shall remain nameless, just God forbid, Jesus Navas, don't let this happen.
Dunder Mifflin.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Dunder Mifflin.
At the end of every day, we have to do a little Excel sheet that shows the calls we've made out, the calls we've taken in, how many sales we made from each, and our figures at the end of the day. So this much from warm calls, this much from cold calls, this from answering the phone. And I was going through at the end of the day, and I had to put my numbers up after the loudmouth girl that works with me, which I'm not going to badmouth too much.
Lol.
Because I won't stop.
No need.
She works with me, she can be okay, in fairness to her, but she just irritates me at times.
One time I met her. No.
Okay, that's your judgment, not mine. So she had already put her numbers up because she left earlier in the day, which from memory, I actually wrote it down, was about 4K, which is actually a reasonable day with us to make 4K from selling the stock that we sell. Oh, paper bags, that's safe to sell, safe to say. She always does it.
Infant mortality went up when she started working here.
She always puts up next to that a little comment which is unnecessary that either has a smiley face or made a lot of calls today, was a great day. And after the 4,000 she put good day today and a smiley face. End of the day I had to go through and put my numbers down, which doubled all of her calls, and the figure I had was 7.5. I just wrote beneath hers, even better day girl, and a smiley face. I was like, that's a win. That's a win for me. I loved it.
That's a
win. It's a really good day.
I actually have a win as well. I used to work as a cashier, which by the way is a horrible job at a supermarket. Supermarket was supermarkets. Yeah. Also affectionately known as PLLL supermarkets. And I was working on the till one day, and I had these two, I reckon they would have been 13-year-olds, two 13-year-old boys come up looking really shy and kind of like giggling and like punching each other, and they were like messing with each other, and they walked up and they just had this whole kind of pile of like lollies at the end of the kind of conveyor belt thing, because I wasn't paying attention to them when they first rocked up, and I was scanning them through and they were like giggling and like, no you pay, like no you pay. And I was just like, this is my regular customer, fucking some retard that's coming through buying something from the supermarket. And I get to the bottom of the lollies and it's just a packet of condoms. And I scan it through like it was nothing and I just put it in there. But in the back of my mind I was like, what were they expecting? Were they like, buy the lollies and then suddenly the condoms would just slide through without me noticing them at all? I'd be like, that's a weird looking lolly packet, whatever.
But were they prelude condoms? Because maybe that's why they call much.
Oh, that is actually pretty good, yeah. Actually, in a related note to that, same workplace, well not exact same, but same chain, where Alex works, they purposely, on younger guys, don't take the security thing off of condoms so that when they walk out it beeps and they have to like call them back. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I usually feel a little bit weird when I buy condoms. Just the tiniest bit.
Little nagging.
It's they
don't
know
judge me, I need them.
I have the same thing. If I go to the store and I buy one super large pack of toilet rolls, they know that I need to take a shit and I don't have any toilet rolls at my house, and I feel so weird buying it from them. I had it once. I bought a box of condoms from a dude and a big block of chocolates, and he scanned the chocolate, scanned the condoms, kind of smirked and looked at me and nodded. That's the only time I felt good about buying condoms.
I really don't have that big of an issue. If someone's like, if they're going to make a big deal out of it, I'll just be like, what's up? Guess what I'm doing later? Oh wait, you already know. Not a big deal.
You could just be jerking off into them.
Yeah.
No, see, I feel weirder if I'm going to buy a box of tissues. That's weirder for me.
Yeah,
as a uni student, I'll have like $5. It'd be like one box of tissues and maybe like a chocolate bar or something.
It would be worse if you were buying like ice cream, a box of tissues, and then like lube.
Like 20 bottles of lube.
But I'm just going to have a casual night in, watch a few movies.
See, now you're going to make me paranoid, because I always have a box of tissues on my bedstand for my allergies and to jerk off into. And now anyone that comes into my room now is like, you jerk off into those. And the aloe vera ones as well, so it's like,
so
refreshing.
I thought you said he smells, he's like, just...
Maybe. I was just thinking, I'll have the same problem. But anyone who knows me well enough to come in my room knows that my allergies are the fucking worst.
James, when you were here the other night and I got up, you'd gone and I just saw the box of tissues sitting on the sofa and I thought, yep, James fucking slept on that sofa.
Yep.
Just tell straight
It's
away.
like Hansel and Gretel is like a trail of just used tissues where he walks.
Actually,
No, at least he put the user, he just left the box.
just the box.
Oh my god.
Just fair enough, because you go through, like a box of tissues a night usually?
Fuck you. They haven't been that bad.
You've done well so
They've been
far.
pretty good
I've been
lately.
good, touch wood as well. My allergies usually kick on pretty...
And at least you could say allergies. I remember going to Newsky's house. He had a toilet roll on his desk, and I was like, "So you jerk off a toilet roll?" And he's like, "No, I use it to kill ants." I was like, okay.
It was like, the worst excuse.
It's like, full on, man. Just admit it. I don't give a shit.
Everybody does it.
Alright, so this is something straight afterwards. I got a text from Kieran. So it was pretty late when I got this text, because it was that night. It was after a night in town. Kieran was watching shit on Newsky's computer, going through it, and
No, it wasn't even that. He borrowed my hard drive, right?
That's
and had
right.
backed his old computer up because it was really old and kept like shutting down and not working. So he ended up breaking my adapter so the power wouldn't work. And I was like, "Just give me the hard drive back. I'll give you all the files." And he's like, "Yeah, no problem." So I was just scrolling through. I was like, you know, he's gonna have movies. I was just going through his downloaded folders, like all this video stuff, and I was like taking stuff. And then all of a sudden, I came across videos with his mum taking like videos of him in his house, and I was just like, okay. And there was like one that just had a picture of the TV, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll take a picture. This is, you know, their family's quite weird. They're Asian. I want to see what they do. So like, she's just filming the TV. It's clips all, and she moves it across, and this guy's on his couch under a blanket. But he's naked, like you can see all the side, and he just grabs his blanket, throws it over him, and goes, "What are you doing?" And the video just ended, and I was like, "What?"
to be completely honest, I had forgotten about that one. I was
I
about
want to tell you the other one.
video.
I'll tell you the other one.
Alright, you tell the other one, yeah.
And then I was doing it, like, because he had like probably 700 gigs worth of stuff. So we'd gone out to the city, got completely mapped, and I had a friend come over, and you guys are freaking me out. Just keep talking. Anyway, I brought a girl back, and I didn't want to sleep with her because she's a really close friend or whatever. And I gave her my bed, and I was like, I'll just stay up because I have work in like 5 hours. So I just started watching the videos, and all of a sudden I was going through his download folder, and it just came to like video 00002, which literally was just a dude blowing his load on some porn star's face. It was about 10 seconds long. I was like, what the fuck? But as I looked at that, I watched it just turn around, and she'd woken up just sitting at the end of my bed going, "Are you jerking off while I'm sleeping here?" I was like, no. I was like, holy shit. It's the worst time for me to wake up. But I was like, Newsky, what the fuck are you into, man? Just like cum shots on chicks' faces?
To be fair,
What the hell?
to me, it wasn't the fact that it was like cum shots. That's fine if he's into that. It was the fact that all he had was one 10-second clip. That was it. There was
all it
nothing
needs.
else. It was
That's
one
like,
clip.
pop it out. Oh.
Yeah, one clip of this one load, and it was just like, why? Why?
That's right. I think when I was at work, I texted James, and I was just like, hey, dude, I have the funniest...
No, it was as soon as it happened.
Was it?
You texted me as soon as it happened. I woke up
I was
to
pretty
the
mad.
message.
That's all I remember. I was just like drunk and... Yeah.
It was fantastic.
It's funny. I still have that hard drive, so I don't want to post that video, but I'll post the other one of him
Yes.
naked under a blanket for some reason.
Sounds good, sounds good. I got douchebag of the week. He was the worst of the douchebags. I was...
The douchiest bag.
He was the douchiest bag you have ever seen. What was happening was I was driving to work. As you guys know, I drive about an hour to work every day.
That feed.
Going up...
Okay.
I was in it.
What? What did that have to do with anything?
Moving on. I was going in the 80 zone, going along, and I came up. There was a light up ahead, and it went orange. But I was in that zone where either I was just gonna make it or just gonna miss it. So I went, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna risk it," and broke. But because 80 zone and my car is a piece of shit, I was braking pretty hard. A cement truck came up behind me. He was so close to me that he decided, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna stop. I'm just gonna go around." So he tries to go around, but just is fucking retarded. Almost doesn't make it. So I have to swerve at the last second, end up across these two lanes at the lights while he almost clips the back of me and goes through and drives off. It's massive fucking cement
Did he
truck.
hit the red light as well? Just to top it, or was it still on?
Just made it. I was
dick.
so pissed
What a
off.
douchebag!
Yeah. Oh, there was no light there. That was the worst thing. But yeah, I was pissed. It freaked the hell out of me.
Just gonna say, he's probably like, that fucking douchebag breaking hell early, man. I'm in a cement truck. I can't stop.
He's doing his podcast. He's like, dude, douchebag. This fucking little shitty car decided to stop right in front of me.
No, he was going like because I'd seen him before and he was ages behind me, so he was coming up at like at least 100. He was speeding so bad, and it was just I saw him come by and just thought to myself immediately, I hope you die. It was one of those instances where you see a bad driver and you actually think, if I drive past you later,
I'm not
going to help you.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you sit in your burning truck and die.
I have that with every car that I drive past in general. I don't care if there's children in the back. If the woman's a shitty driver, it's like, I want you all to suffer, but that one woman's driving.
I'm not that bad, but the driver, often if there's someone else in the car, I'm like, I hope you swing into a tree so that just you die. Or you get severely crippled and have to live with that for the rest of your life.
That would be a better punch. Well, let's applaud this. Have you got a douchebag?
No, I was going to say that I have really bad road rage and I do the same, man. I just full on yell at people and be like, why the fuck would you do that? What is wrong with you? Where did you get your fucking license from? A fucking cereal box?
So I don't know, we should applaud the douchebag of the week, but I don't know whether to give it to the symmetric driver right now or Murray for that little demonstration.
Yeah,
Where are we going? I'm kidding, we'll give it to the symmetric driver. Symmetric driver. Douchebag of the week.
Just sidebar. Welsh, do you cut yourself? What's up with your arms, bro?
Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh, I'm asleep, emo.
Side note, vertical. That's the way
I'm
to
kidding,
die.
I don't know. I tried to get tears coming then as well. I'm almost there.
I don't believe that.
You almost had them.
I almost can.
Another thing that happened to me at uni today. Well, not today. That's a lie. I didn't go to uni today. It happened another day. So, yesterday at uni, another story happened to me. It was actually a pretty good day at uni for the funny things that happened. Oh, it's a fucking Monday. We're gonna have to do this.
Dude, one more time.
That's it. Last chance.
Tuesday, university, something funny happened to me. I was in class, we got this dude called Reza, and he's our English teacher. Ironically, he's Indian, with a really heavy Indian accent. And I was just sitting at the back of the class, talking about something that he did. Instead of calling him Reza, I called him Rami to his face. So instead of being like, oh, you're Reza, I gotta do this, I was like, hey, Rami, I gotta do this. Fuck, that was because you're Indian.
That was the closest story to coming 3 strikes and out.
Yeah.
That close.
How's it ironic that he's Indian?
Wordplay.
I didn't say ironic. When did I say ironic?
I said that it's ironic that he's Indian and your English teacher.
Oh, because
He can't
can't
speak
speak
English,
it's not his native language. And
But he studied it.
he's got a really heavy accent, so it's very hard to hear.
No, it'd be ironic if he spoke in a different language and tried to teach you English.
Oh, an Indian guy that actually is native tongue is Chinese. Teach him English.
That would be funny as shit. Alright, I've got a confession to bring in this week. It's basically an overarching thing with a specific example. In high school, I was really bad at... I didn't want to stir shit at all. I was really timid and just went along with all that stuff. So often when people came to me with their problems, I'd kind of just take the easy option and go agree with them and do that kind of shit. The worst part was when 2 sides of a couple would come up to me and both talk to me about the issues they were having with the other one. So I'd just agree with everything they were saying about the other person. A couple of couples may have accidentally broken up because of this. One specifically, I'm not sure if I did, but in my opinion, I think I may have had a big accidental hand in the breakup between and when that happened.
But he was El Fagito.
What? No.
Wasn't he?
No. No. They started this huge thing and they had like this fight over some small thing and I accidentally made it way worse. Like, way worse. But just, I just instigated lots of stuff and kind of riled them both up about it. So, yeah, will you absolve me for accidentally breaking up couples or not?
I will, simply because who the fuck comes to you in a relationship in high school and asks for advice?
Exactly.
Are you thinking that too?
That's
She was thinking that too.
exactly what I was going to say.
What did they expect to get out of this conversation?
My point exactly.
So-
I didn't know shit.
You are
Because-
clear.
I have a famous quote. I'm not going to say it because it'll ruin James. But that famous quote that he had in high school that was just...
Yeah, at that party, we all know what it was. Do not say it.
Murray
We're
doesn't...
not
I don't know, but I don't need to know.
If James wants to share it with you, he can. I
Yeah,
don't
another
know.
podcast.
Yeah, later
I love
I can
that.
share it with Murray, but yeah.
It was fucking
Are you?
hilarious.
What are you going with?
I'm going to absorb
We're
it.
I'm
the
gonna-
exact same.
I'm gonna damn you because you fucked someone's life up.
Potentially,
Whether-
it's not
Okay,
proven.
whether it was
Sorry.
intentional or not, you ruined somebody's relationship. That's your fault, son. You should have just been like, you know what? I don't want to deal with your shit. Done. I'm gonna damn you for getting involved.
Fair enough.
But, if you had relationship troubles and you had a pet dog, right? And you said, dog, what do I do? And the dog looked at you and you said, okay, I'll break up with this woman. Is that the dog's fault for looking at you without any prior knowledge or knowing what the fuck he was
Okay, no,
doing?
but James involved himself. He could have said, I'm done. Like, he could have said, no, thank you, I'm not. But instead, he chose to give
The dog could have.
advice.
The dog could have walked away.
So I,
You're comparing something that's...
wait.
You're
You're
comparing
wrong,
something that
because
has
he didn't
conscious
involve
to not.
himself.
I didn't involve myself or give advice. They came to me, started talking about the problems, and I just went along with it.
He just
Yeah, but
agreed.
I did nothing.
He didn't say,
were like-
they
you
are doing
acted
that.
as a
He was
catalyst.
just like, yep.
I'm still gonna damn you for acting like a
It's his own
catalyst.
opinion.
That's fair enough.
You
Fair enough.
could have said, I don't want to be a part of this, but you just were like, what else, Travis?
So, is that Murray on the wrong side?
Yeah, it's 2-on-1, so you're free. Mine doesn't count
Done.
because it's 2-on-1.
It's not his religion anyway, so who gives a shit.
Oh, praise Jesus Navas.
Actually,
Whoa, who is Jesus Navas?
He's my Lord and Saviour.
What is he? Where is he from?
Spanish football.
Oh, give it to him.
Play.
yeah,
I'll let him go.
that'll do. On this topic, actually, of Jeems in general, I wanted to bring up a Jeems story. The Jew and Jeems both just cut out from me, which I hate. So I'll tell another one. At a good friend of ours, Luffy, he won't mind his name being mentioned this. Luffy.
Just go
he
PLO.
just remembered.
Just go PLO.
Luffy's 16th. He
16.
decided to have a birthday party, which was just the guys getting together, getting drunk. Didn't want any biddies, no relationship bullshit, no one trying to get off with each other, just let's get wasted and listen to music. Which we did. And, Jeemsy boy may or may not have had a stupendous amount to drink. And I'm just going to call out a few of the highlights from what I remember to be in the night. But you can talk
First, all I want to put in is how much I drank
A
and in what time
stupendous
period.
amount.
Yes, it was a stupendous amount in the first 10 minutes after arriving.
You had every right to be as fucked up as you were.
I think
but
I missed
let
this
me-
one,
You
because
missed
it's
this
Melbourne.
one. But I want
No.
to say the highlights before you comment, Murray. Okay, fine.
I want to hear what Jazzy Wiggy did.
That's
Jazzy-
exactly what I was about to do.
I just wanted to say Jazzy Wiggy.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, so Jazzy Wiggy. First off, as he was getting progressively drunk, we're listening to screamo music, and I managed to film him headbanging and death metal screaming, just like a child with certain disabilities. Though it was just sad to watch, but hilarious to look back on. Secondly, got so drunk that he climbed up into a tree, saying he was a possum, and clawing in the air, going. And proceeding to leave some voice messages on the girl's phone that he had a crush on at the moment, which we couldn't do anything about. Third, second to last, me and Newsky getting drinks in the laundry room away from everyone else. He snuck in, closed the door, and we're like, James, let us leave. And he shook his head, swaying from side to side, went, nope, I'm gonna rape you.
Wiggy stuff.
And the final bit was holding him up because he couldn't support himself forward or backwards while sitting, throwing up on the grass in front of him, just calling out for his mummy. And the worst part of that was, I was the friend that held him up, because I was your fucking friend that night. I stuck with you. I didn't have to. With you, holding you up. They wrapped a blanket around him, but because he was vomiting, they didn't want to give him a good blanket. So they gave him the blanket the dog
was gonna
sleeps
say,
on.
yeah.
And we were both super allergic to dogs. So the next couple of hours, we were just sneezing and kind of like, what happened? And we found the next day that it was because we just breathed in dog for an hour and a half.
Funny aftermath of this, how many years ago? This was 3.5 years ago.
Was your dad's birthday the next day or something? Easter or something?
Easter was the next.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's really good you mentioned that. Easter the next morning, I was still drunk from this, and we did an Easter egg hunt at my house. And what I did is I went to pick up an egg and put it in the bag I had. So I put it in, and it dropped down on my feet. So I picked it up again, dropped down my feet. My idea was that there was a hole in it, and I was just too drunk to realise. What actually was happening was my brother was throwing eggs from across the garden every time I put one in, and I thought it was dropping. So I'm looking around trying to find the hole in this bag. He's just pegging eggs at me from across the garden. They all had a very good laugh about it.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I just remember getting a call from that saying, "Jeeves is fucked. I can't believe you're missing this."
Yep.
And I had to play state lacrosse in Melbourne.
Oh,
I was
it
so
was-
upset.
It was one of the
Yeah.
best. I will have some more James moments, which are safe with James, but
I was 2 weeks ago was the first time I've had tequila since then, which is 3.5 years, and I had one shot and almost threw up because I just cannot take it still.
3.5
Cannot have it.
years. I'm pretty sure I'm 2.5 years just because of the time I had by the fairway.
fair enough. So to wrap up, we want to talk a bit about our quest.
Yeah, a project that's coming up that we mentioned last week, the Done Did It Quest for Epicness. We've begun filming the first episode, we've laid out our goals, and we're actually going to start working on it immediately.
Yep, this week. So keep in tune for any video blogs we do for updates.
Check it out.
Check out the first episode.
Yeah, it's going to be probably like a 30-minute episode. There's an interview in there. I reckon it'll be about 30 minutes.
It's about 5 minutes of footage.
No, but plus we're going to have...
But we don't have any footage to add to it for the first one. The first one is just...
Yeah, we do.
What?
Okay, so it'll be a 30-minute episode according to Murray, everybody.
And if it's not, feel free. We will send you Murray's address. Send him death threats and hate mail.
Whoa.
Jeez, bad. Easy.
But yeah, on the note of the quest, it's a funny story I thought of which made me motivated to do this. I had a Skype conversation with my grandmother for the first time in about 7 months because I'm always busy on a Sunday. And we sat down talking, and then my sister took my chair, so I sat up on a proper chair, wearing a vest and boardies. First thing she did went, "Jesus, Luke." I was like, "What?" She went, "You have put on weight since last time I spoke to you, son." And yeah, as soon as she said that, my sister started laughing. I felt like saying, "Finn, you're a fat piece of shit. You can't say shit." And I thought I was saying to my grandmother as well, but she's my grandmother, God rest her soul, but she's still alive. You never know. You never know when it can happen. It's just in advance. It could happen.
He hasn't checked today. You don't know.
Just in case I don't get to check
Exactly.
in.
If of airing this podcast, she is already deceased. Look at that. I've just remembered her.
Predict the
respectfully.
future.
Ooh.
So
How
yeah.
can you predict a better future?
Kickstarted my quest. So yeah, keep in tune. We're going to start doing that pretty soon. Everybody on board with that too.
It's time for the Done Did It team to say goodbye. I'm Pacman.
I'm Welsh.
What, you?
I'm James.
You.
Chocodo!
140, son.
Done.
Did it.
Girl. That's what you want, is it? Is that what you want?